What's up, guys? Welcome back to CQ Fit Life. We are going to go over something that I was talking to a friend of mine in the gym about, and it's the differences between stretching and warming up, and when are great times to use them and do them. Because there is a better time to stretch, static stretch, and there's a better time to dynamic stretch or warm up, depending on what activity you're doing. And we'll try to keep this short and sweet. I understand that sometimes this stuff's kind of basic. The idea of this channel is to share the wealth and help people that are getting started learn the basic things they need to learn in order to keep going and change their lives. So if you're advanced and you already know this stuff, leave me a comment. Let me know what you think, what you do with your people. But the idea is to share this information and get it out there so that people can start to work out and start changing their lives and do it properly. So that being said, if you share it, you like it, share it, get some subscriptions. We can spread the word more. But that being said, we'll get into it. So difference being, you got to think about what you're doing. Okay, is what you're doing going to require a lot of power, a lot of force? Is it a really strong movement? Something like weightlifting, where you're pushing weight, powerlifting, where you're recruiting all your muscles in their strongest possible way. Even sprinting. Now, sprinting is something you might think would fall under a different category, like running. Well, running and sprinting are different. Sprinting is a very powerful. You're driving your legs into the ground and extending and pushing as hard as you can, as fast as you can. It's a powerful movement. Okay, these things are going to require you to warm up or dynamic stretch and warm up. Okay, because if you do your basic static stretching, you're more likely to get injured because you're elongating, stretching out, weakening the muscle, okay, because you want it to be flexible. Now, I just mentioned things that you would want to stretch for, okay, maybe stuff like basketball, long distance running, jogging, something you might think snowboarding, skiing, jiu-jitsu. Now, those might be some things that you would think would be the other way, where you just want to warm up. Now, I'm sure you want to warm up in jiu-jitsu and stretch, but the majority of it is you're going to want to stretch. Okay, you want to elongate, make the muscle flexible, make it bendy, stretch it out. You want to be able to twist and move at any given moment in any direction. Keep it loose. You're not doing powerful things in those sports. Okay. Now this came up because of a friend of mine who's working out. He always stretches before he lifts, and he always pushes himself hard, and he's gonna get hurt. I know, I've done it. I blew apart my shoulder. You need to warm up. Okay, now so the difference is, and I kind of already went through some of the differences and some of the different examples of what you would want to do. Okay, so static stretching or basic regular stretching is the stuff that we learned in PE, that everybody knows. Standing with your feet together, touch the ground, right? Spread your legs, reach over, touch one ankle, touch the other, sit down, twist your back, pull your arm across, for 10 to 60 seconds, depending on, how advanced you are. You're trying to really stretch out the muscle, make it flexible, because our muscles are naturally tight, right? So that's the idea behind that, is to make them pliable for those activities that require more finesse, more flexibility. Now, when we get into the powerful movements, we want to keep that muscle tight because it needs to be active. It needs to be able to, the fibers need to be tight and ready to be forceful. So we would want to warm up or dynamic stretch. Now, dynamic stretching could be something like swinging your leg in the air and you're slowly stretching, but also, It's not like you're not holding the muscle and extended. You're stretching it and then bringing it back, stretching it, swinging your arms, stuff like that. Or warming up would be, hopping on the bike or say the treadmill and walking for 5 minutes. Or when you're weightlifting, you're doing a light weight, right? Say if you're doing bench press, you're going to put a lighter weight on, something you can do 20 to 30 reps with fairly easily, and you're going to squeeze, and you're going to push the blood into the areas, into the different muscles that are going to be required to do whatever activity you're doing, so that the blood and the nutrients are there for the muscle to call on in order to be at its optimal and drive that power and activate in that powerful, in that super powerful manner, right? That quick, strong manner. Okay, so you're going to want to do that. So you're going to do that, say 2 times, do 20, 30 reps twice. That doesn't mean 20, 30 reps of 5 pounds, unless maybe that's your limit. Okay, but you want to do something that it warms up the muscle. You're pushing it a little bit, but it's nothing that the muscle is having any kind of trouble doing. Now, after you're done weightlifting, now here's the difference, right? So you're gonna, the finesse stuff that you would do active or static stretching, you're gonna stretch after you're done with your activity. You're gonna stretch, you're gonna do your activity, and then maybe you stretch again, or you cool down. The power movements and stuff that you're gonna warm up or dynamic stretch for, you're going to do that, and then you're going to do your movements, you're going to do your exercise, you're going to do whatever activity you're doing, but then afterwards, you're going to want to go in static stretch. Now it's the time. We've used the muscle, right? Now we need to save the muscle. We need to stretch it out, pull it apart, get some of it, because it's tense. It's too tense now. It's pumped up. It's full. We need to pull it back apart. We need to stretch it out so that we can stay flexible when you don't get locked up. Hopefully that helps you guys. Hopefully there's some information there that can help you and keep you going on the right path. Leave a comment. Let me know if if you're advanced. Let me know what you guys do. Let me know if you think I'm wrong. Leave a comment. I'm open. I'm not, someone who thinks I'm right about everything, but this is stuff that I know, that I've researched, that I personally do. And, yeah, the whole idea is to get better every day, and I hope you guys are doing that. And if you're not, get started. You deserve it. You should be happy with yourself. If you're happy the way you are, good. If you're not, let's make a change. Let's start just a little bit every day, just a tiny bit, getting better, because this life's too short and time goes by real fast. So why not be happy? Why not follow your dreams? Why not do the things we can do to stay on this earth and live a good, happy life? So thanks. We'll talk to you next week.